It is time to share the winners of the Project of the Year award. I would like to invite Isabelle Leroux, Program Manager at Nordic Development Fund, to share the announcement.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, thank you, and good afternoon, good morning to everybody. I'm so happy to be here to announce the project of the year. So we had the great opportunity together with the jury that was composed from representatives from Acumen, Gaia Impact, and Charm Impact. We had 4 companies that we reviewed, four shortlisted companies that we reviewed based on the innovation, the delivery, the impact, the fundraising, and their achievements during the past year as EP projects. And we had 4 candidates, Ignites Energy, Naftoid Energy, E-Safiri Charging, and Feion Green Ventures. And we had the pleasure to hear the pitches from these 4 companies, and we had great conversations with them with some tricky questions. And I'm happy to say that all of the companies delivered an excellent presentation, and it was not easy for us to decide on the winner. And but through some deliberation, I'm happy to announce that E-Safiri was chosen as the project of the year. And I want to tell you a little bit what were the arguments of this selection, and of course, E-Safiri, we really like their approach of being an e-mobility, a clean energy e-mobility company, really dedicated to transforming transport and productive energy use in rural and peri-urban communities. And the jury welcomed the company's focus on supporting businesses and also micro entrepreneurs that are playing a vital role in driving local economies. Them having different business models and different revenue streams that include services to fish vendors, to smallholder farmers, to women-led agriculture groups, and rural motorcycle riders as well. We like the core focus of the company of implementing business models that support the participation of women in the green mobility sector. We assess that this was strategic and really potentially transformative in driving societal change that lead to women being active economic agents. And we really were also convinced that E-Safiri's approach of integrating electric mobility, solar energy, pay-go financing, and micro-entrepreneurship really has that through this replicable ecosystem that can be adapted to each local context, depending on the needs of the different communities where they are serving. We saw that this has great potential of really serving the needs of rural communities. And the jury really hopes to congratulate E-Safiri, and we really look forward to seeing how the company will further scale up its business and bring positive impacts to the communities that they are serving. And with this being said, I'm going to welcome E-Safiri's representative to say some words. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, what a wonderful, wonderful honor. Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning. If it's morning for you, my name is Carol Lofafa. I am the CEO and founder of E-Safiri. And it's an enormous honor to join you today as we celebrate this big milestone in sustainable development and clean energy innovation. Being recognized today as EEP Project of the Year 2025 for our Solar Ride initiative by E-Safiri is a great achievement. This achievement reflects passion, dedication, and partnership that have driven our mission to accelerate the transition to sustainable mobility in Kenya and across the Lake Victoria region. Solar Ride was conceived not just as a project, but as a solution, a response to everyday challenges faced by small business owners, riders, fish vendors, women agricultural groups, and rural communities that are usually burdened by rising fuel costs and limited access to reliable transportation. So through the support of EP, we have been able to design and pilot clean solar-powered mobility infrastructure and meaningful improvements to the livelihoods of the communities that we work. The EEP catalytic funding and technical backing enabled the introduction of 30 electrical tricycle and bikes, equipping communities with sustainable transport options while reducing operational costs and carbon emissions. And in addition to the fleet, our charging infrastructure, that is solar integrated charging and battery swapping stations known as the E-Safiri hubs, and our locally manufactured ice makers have brought reliable, clean power closer to the people who need it the most. These stations don't just charge vehicles, they support community services from phone charging to lighting to cooling solutions, maximizing the value of every kilowatt of solar energy captured. Through this project alone, we have managed to avoid close to 400 tons of harmful emissions, created over 50 direct and indirect jobs for rural women and youth. We have integrated these solutions to support smallholder farmers and fisherfolk, providing not just sustainable mobility, but also sustainable cooling through the ice blocks that we generate every day. EEP support has provided the business development support as well through trainings and policy development that led to our gender equality and ESG policies that have helped us stay grounded and also accountable in our work. We are especially grateful to EEP Africa for believing in our vision and for the early stage grant support that made SolarRide possible. EEP investment signals more than financial backing. It demonstrates that, Kenyan innovation and in the capability of local entrepreneurs to lead Africa's green mobility transition. EEP's commitment to early stage high impact solutions provided us not only with funding, but with the business development support, which I think is very unique and very special for entrepreneurs like myself. A pivotal moment also is where EEP Investment helped us join the Get Invest advisory support. This was an opportunity unlocked through our partners, of course, and through EEP's support, but being accepted to this program has amplified our strategic capacity to enhance our investment outreach. We extend our heartfelt thank you to the Nordic Development Fund and all other funders, all other EEP funders, whose ongoing partnership continues to nurture innovation across Southern and East Africa. Their steadfast support to ventures like ourselves, E-Safiri, ensure climate resilient, zero carbon solutions are not just ideas on paper, but realities impacting people's life. Thank you for the recognition. We serve, our dedicated team some of us are here today, and for our partners and to every supporter who believes in the work that we do. Thank you so much for this incredible honor. Together, let's charge forward towards a cleaner future. Thank you very much, Isabel.
Thank you, Carol, and again, congratulations to the entire E-Safiri team. And as I said, we look forward to seeing where you will rise and where you go next. And as I mentioned, it was quite difficult for us to make the final decisions because we just saw 4 excellent companies, and but the jury really wanted to give recognition also to the runner-up, or the company that came very close to a second place that we really want to also acknowledge here, and that is Feion Green Ventures, a women-led, youth-led Kenyan clean energy company that is building their own locally manufactured electric pressure cookers for high institutional kitchens. We really liked Feion's presentation because we saw that it has such an important mission that is really trying to address the various challenges that Kenyan schools face in the context of supplying school meals to their students, which are often associated with high costs and critical environmental and health issues due to the use of firewood in cooking. We saw that, more importantly, in addition to bringing a cost and time-efficient alternative to traditional wood-based cooking, Feion is really also addressing the crucial development issues relating to the well-being of children, of students, ensuring sustainable nutrition solutions that support educational results, and overall healthy and sustainable livelihoods for children. We really did agree that Feion really stands out as a local youth woman-led company that is really also driving institutional and structural change. And because of their local manufacturing also, we see that it is really well placed to drive green job creation and also ensuring the good, fast deployment of their solution in the market. Another key aspect of their business model that we really liked is also their approach of developing and driving sustainable public-private partnerships that really do create a strong foundation for growing business opportunities for the company, but also driving strong development and impact-driven mission. So the jury really looks forward and really supports Feion's mission, and we really look forward to seeing Feion also driving this structural and institutional change that we do believe they will demonstrate the potential of local companies in driving strong impact and driving strong business performance through local solutions and local-led know-how. So with these words, I want to congratulate Feion, a strong runner-up, and if we can hear some words from Feion as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Isabel. And my name is Mercy. Sorry, I'm having a cold, but I still hope that I'll be very audible to everyone on the call. It's a pleasure again to be celebrating this award. And first of all, congratulations, E-Safiri, for carrying this award home. And it's a pleasure to be celebrating this at the same time. Just a few words to reiterate what Isabella said. This Feion Green Ventures is on a mission to just do one thing, to make sure that school kitchens no longer need to be dirty. To ensure that school kitchens can be the cleanest and leverage electric cooking and also leverage solar-powered cooking. Based on my experience, I realized that clean cooking is not just a climate issue. It's actually a very systemic systems issue about dignity, infrastructure, and public service delivery, because this is most of our schools, especially here in Kenya, are government-owned schools, and they all rely on found, and some of them do rely on LPG. In fact, the right numbers for Kenya is that at least out of the 45,000 schools, 90% are still using found, and only about 1,000 schools out of the 45,000 are using LPG. This gives us a very big market that is already experiencing high recurring costs, health risks, deforestation, and so many operational inefficiencies. At the same time, we see that Kenya is expanding electricity access, and solar capacity is actually increasing rapidly. But what we are seeing is that cooking is not actually at par with that increase, and also electric cooking is not very common. We've seen a lot of push from different partners for e-cooking in households, but you don't see the same in institutional cooking simply because it's treated as infrastructure. But when we saw that there's a problem, Feion designed and decided to commercialize the Jiko-Cool electric pressure cooking technology back in the year 2020. We began the design in 2023 and actually commercialized last year. Because we knew very well that having the technology alone is not enough, and that institutional clean cooking is very capital intensive, we decided to explore what would become of us the best opportunity we ever did, and that was the application to EEP Africa, because the funding actually became very catalytic. They did not just fund, EEP did not just fund Feion to just acquire hardware. What they gave us was more than that. They gave us a lot of visibility, they gave us a lot of credibility, and they actually sent a very important signal that institutional electric cooking is very viable. In fact, with EEP support, last year, we managed to complete the validation of our technology and actually commercialize that technology. And by the end of the year, at least 9 institutions in Kenya had already transitioned. actually 9 institutions. And that validation changed a lot of things. It unlocked partnerships with financial institutions. It strengthens our confidence, our manufacturing confidence, telling us that local manufacturing actually works and it's supported. It allowed us to attract additional funding, additional awards, and the broader ecosystem recognition. I think today it's very good for us because we are fully occupied with installation up until May. In fact, any new order that comes in is slotted in for June because of that visibility that came in. Because when I checked the list yesterday, we have at least a pipeline of 98 institutions. And the good story is that out of these 98, 90 will be solar powered kitchens. So this meant that EEP funding did not give us a pilot demand. It actually validated also a very huge market demand. So it helped de-risk innovation at a very critical stage when no one believed that e-cooking was actually scalable to institutions. And being the first locally manufactured electric pressure cooker in Africa, we are very proud, and we would encourage more of this kind of stories through EEP funding. Because, climate transition doesn't exist just when technology exists. There has to be a complete system shift. There has to be a complete behavioral shift for this to happen. We are very happy that now we know Africa is not lacking innovation. We are only lacking patient catalytic capital that understands the realities of building such critical infrastructure from scratch. And institutional cooking is part of that infrastructure. So if we really want a just scalable energy transition, we would encourage us to continue funding this kind of technologies and promoting locally manufactured solutions that actually serve real kitchens. I'm very happy for the opportunity to share with you our story, to share with you this milestone, and we hope that we are able to inspire the applications for this year's cohort, and all the best to all applicants. Thank you.
Thank you, Mercy, and so inspiring, and we are also very proud to be part of this journey of Feion. And with this word, I'm going to now pass the floor to our EPs, Christina, that will continue with the next session. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Isabel. I hope you can all hear me. Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations once again to the Project of the Year awardees, E-Safiri and Feion. It's really great to see women doing such great work in the sector. Again, good afternoon. My name is Christina Chikwenembe. I'm a portfolio manager with EEP Africa based in Lilongwe, Malawi. It is my great pleasure to present to you today EEP's EEP Africa Rising Energy Leader Award for 2025. This award shines a spotlight on the next generation of leaders driving Africa's energy transition. It recognizes young professionals who are not only contributing to EEP Africa's funded projects, but who are actively shaping the future of sustainable energy across the continent. Our rising energy leaders demonstrate a strong commitment to advancing clean energy solutions. They bring at least 3 years of a hands-on experience in energy technologies, innovative business models, and market development. They also show measurable professional growth within their organization. And most importantly, they embody leadership with bold ambition and clear vision for the future. I would also like to acknowledge the quality of this year's applicants. The shortlist was strong as all nominees demonstrated remarkable potential, dedication, and promise for the future of the sector. To those who were not selected this year, please know that your work was truly stood out. And to those and please know that your work was truly stood out. We strongly encourage you to continue leading, innovating, and applying in future award cycles. This year's recipients present dedication, innovation, and resilience. Through their work, they are expanding access to reliable, affordable, and sustainable energy for communities that need it the most. They also remind us that energy transition in Africa is not only about technology or finance, but it's about the people. To our winners, your work inspires us. Your leadership strengthens the sector, and your ambition gives us confidence for the future of clean energy in Africa. Congratulations, and this is quite well deserved. We also have two winners this year. So I'll present our first winner, which is Diana Mbogo, who is the founder and managing director of Millennial Engineers. The company specializes in solar and wind energy technologies in Tanzania. Diana, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Diana Mbogo from Tanzania, Mwanza, Lake Victoria. It's such an honor and privilege to actually be one of the Energy Rising Leaders of the Year for EEP Africa 2015. I remember my journey with EEP starting off in 2020. And during the application process, I was very skeptic and very scared around it. COVID was actually on the block. It was COVID time, and financing had really dropped across the energy sector. So being able to first have EEP as my first financier after COVID, that was a big thing for me. And I think EEP Africa held my hand through the biggest project of our company and my life as well. So just to give you a background, I am the managing director and founder for Millennium Engineers. It's a renewable energy based in Tanzania. We were founded in 2016, so we're hitting 10 years this year. In 2020, we were able to start off a project across the sardine fishing industry in Lake Victoria, where we are transitioning low-income fishing communities away from kerosene lanterns together with LED lead-acid battery-powered lamps into solar fishing lamps. And we didn't stop there. We went further into transitioning conventional, traditional methods of drying sardines. Most of you in East Africa, if you've tested your sardines, it sometimes has sand. My dear, the way they dry it. So it's dried on open land spaces and elevated rack systems to dry over a day. And during rainy seasons, you'd find that they lose over 70% of their produce. Well, the 30% that actually remains is usually used for animal feeds. Now, this was a sector that is very male dominated, meaning most of the fishing activity is done by men, while most of the processing work is done by women. And it is very predominantly used by fossil fuels and traditional methods of processing. As a city, I call myself a city girl, moving into the rural areas of Tanzania, Lake Victoria, to just uptake this project. I really think EEP gave me that confidence, because after the locking in EEP, everybody else was on our back. We were able to receive our second co-financing immediately. And then the third came in, the government, locking in with even double our total financing that we were currently raising at that time. Across the years, I've seen how EEP has not stood as just a financier, it stood as a partner. I think over the years we've become, I would say, I know it's an institution, but it's been a friend. And when I say a friend, I look at the way we've discussed challenges in the project. Most times we think that what we write and what we imagine in the theoretical knowledge or theoretical aspect of a project is what might happen on the ground, and it's not. There were times when we changed milestones. There were times we had to remove outputs. We had to expand outputs. We had to include new budgets. So all those changes were incorporated, and not just incorporated by EEP alone. EEP stood to tell the other investors that were in the group, like, I think we need to change this. I think we need to change this. And for me, that has been a very good, I would say, partnership in terms of not just putting in the money, watching you from afar. No, they walk the walk with you. And I think you should take really good, if you are part of, congratulations, and I wish all the best to the upcoming 2026 for the call of application and the ones that will pass through. But I would ask you to really take in what you really use them, like really use them. And when you use them, you can use them. So ask as much as you can, and they will come to your aid. And also, I through EEP Africa, we were able to also join GOGLA, which is one of the global solar associations globally, and that really expanded our network. It expanded how we think, how we look at solutions, how we look at our problems, and it also helped us to be out there in the world, because I think in the beginning we really didn't feel how much impact we were building. And just to now see, oh my God, everybody is talking about our projects and our work, it really gave us an idea. Oh my God, this is really groundwork. Because over the past 3 years, we've been able to build 2 industrial spaces across Lake Victoria, with the possibility of expanding to around 10 more industrial spaces. We host collectively 5 drying facilities that are solar powered, and in a day we dry 10 tons of sardines. And every night of fishing across Lake Victoria in Mwanza, we have over 100 boats that are using our solar lights. So that's a lot, and for us, I think the journey has been, how do I say, inspiring for us to see and grow, but also it's been humbling. And I think on my leadership journey, it has really helped me to understand that any solution you build, it is a solution for the people. So involve them. And it's not just the people that are going to use the solution. Involve everyone in the value chain, the investors, the people, the technology manufacturers, the government, the policymakers. So we moved from not just including our ideas in a small group, but we went further to make sure that our solutions are now changing policies in the government. And this year, we're changing a 60-year-old policy in Tanzania about solar to get exemptions in the next financial year of the country. So for us, I look at that journey from a simple, I would say, bankrupt company in 2019 when COVID started, to a very impactful company in 2016 that it has impacted over 3,000 fishing communities. So I am humbled, but I'm also very grateful to EEP, and I hope many other young and old enthusiasts and impact people in the energy sector to be able to learn through the process, grow through the process, and embrace the journey, because it's going to be bumpy, but it's going to be worth it, and it's going to be nice. So thank you very much for this amazing award. I take it back to the team that has also been hand in hand. So this is all ours, from all our teammates, all the community members that work with us, all the financing partners that are with us. I say this award is for all of us, because they've all shaped not just me, but the company that I lead as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Diana. I think your words have been very encouraging, and I hope the future applicants can also, get encouraged by some of your words. Our next winner for Rising Energy Leader is also a woman. She's from Drop Access. Drop Access provides solutions designed to improving energy and health access in communities in Kenya. I would like to introduce Francisca Mweu. She was chosen for her rising role in the electronic and IoT lead at Drop Access. Francisca, the floor is now yours.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much. I am honored to be recognized as a rising energy leader under the EP Africa program for 2026. And I sincerely thank EP Africa and its powering for empowering me and other young professionals who are driving clean energy innovation across Africa. For me, I am an electrical and electronic engineer, and currently, as she has said, I am electronic and IoT lead at Drop Access. For me, working in clean energy is just more than a profession to me. It's a mission that's rooted deeply in my home story. I grew up in a community in Eastern Kenya, where electricity was basically either unavailable or unreliable. Yet, if you know history of Kenya, Eastern Kenya they have so much solar around it, but we didn't have any energy to power our homes or our futures and still. So many of us remained out of reach for all of us. These experiences shaped me. They taught me resilience, resourcefulness, and how to keep moving forward. But that showed me that when energy isn't accessible, children will always struggle to study. And apart from that, healthcare always suffers, and the opportunities disappear for most of us. And that's exactly what pushes me to continue to build my career, especially in clean energy. I joined Drop Access right after university as an IoT intern, but I've grown deep to lead a team of electronic and IoT by building the systems from the ground up. Where there was no systems, I was building them so that we can ensure that we have access in those areas that are underserved. Today, as an electronic and IoT lead at Drop Access, I design and develop solutions that prioritize reliability, sustainability, and access systems that don't just generate power, but empower people. I work on the development of the Vaxibox by Drop Access. This is a portable solar-powered healthcare refrigerator, which is designed to improve vaccine and medicine storage in remote and underserved communities in Kenya. I implement and improve technical systems by designing and testing embedded systems, designing and testing the solar systems, as well as contributing to quality systems for all our solar solutions. Working at the intersection of IoT, renewable and clean energy, and healthcare has really shown me how engineering solutions can directly strengthen essential services and improve lives. Being part of an EEP supported project has really played a major role in my growth as a professional. Through the Vaxibox production project that has happened really in 2025 and throughout this 2026, I've been involved in strengthening our technical system, expanding our production capacity, and helping to translate innovation into practical solutions for real communities. This experience has deepened my understanding of leadership, not only in technology development, but also in collaboration, accountability, and long-term impact. Through this project, my skills in renewable energy has really grown, especially in solar energy. For EP Africa support goes beyond funding. It has provided mentorship, connection to wider ecosystem of experts and innovators who are shaping Africa's clean energy future. This exposure has challenged me to think more broadly about sustainability and the responsibility to carry as engineers to design solutions that are reliable, ethical, and impactful. What motivates mostly about our impact of our work, we are supporting underserved communities in counties like Laikipia, Turkana, and Isiolo, where reliable culture infrastructure as well as clean energy access infrastructure remains a challenge. Knowing that our technology helps protect vaccines and strengthen healthcare system reinforces my commitment to this field. Thank you, EP Africa, for believing in our mission and investing in the people behind the innovation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Francisca, and congratulations once again, Diana and Francisca, for this award this year. Kelly, I bring it back to you. Thank you.